Let me go see who this is.
See who it is.
Right, like I'm on air. I'm on.
Your broadcast is off.
Okay, you gonna get it. Get that shit done. I'm glad.
Man, the host answer the doors and shit.
Right.
I swear.
Right. Now I'm gonna have to wait for this shit to load up again. There it goes.
Hey.
Who was that? Oh.
Go going to the bathroom.
Maybe not. But yeah, like I was saying though, I don't like, cause you know he's coming here in April.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, April 10th. Yep.
I should open up. I want to go on tour with him like Stars did.
Yeah, I would look. I want to meet his. I watched the interview with Travis of Gwen, which is the CEO of Strange Music.
Yeah.
And Strange Music has expanded to. They have rock. You know, they have rock bands. They have all different kinds of music. Even his daughter Mackenzie, like she does music. Like she was on Tex, the Collabo CD.
Right.
And you know, there's Seth's crew. There's Calico. There's Chris Calico. There's the white boy Darren Saffron. He is amazing. He's only like 20 years old.
Right.
And he's got an amazing voice. So when I hear people talking about, like, I'm like, 2017, they still talking about labels?
Yeah.
Like, deals?
Yeah.
And like you know, because like I said, I really wasn't following the whole Nicki Minaj, Remy Ma thing. Like, you know.
I mean, like, a lot of people that probably seek deals and shit, it's just, like, because labels can put you on a higher platform.
Well,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
say, like, somebody like me who's, like, still traveling and doing all this shit. Say if I had a label that could just put me on these radios and spend these marketing dollars to, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I do the rest and see a lot of people that do get signed, they think that that's it.
But
and they chill.
But
that's really when the grinding starts.
The problem with that is, and I've always known this, even like back when I first got into music and all, you get a deal, yeah, they give you this big bonus, this big signing money, but you have to pay that shit back.
I don't give big ones no more.
Right.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the only thing that really
unless you worth it.
Yeah, really only thing that anybody can really do for you would be get you on, you know, get your foot in the door even better than you trying to do it on your own.
Right.
Which I understand that part. But this is Remy Ma.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's, you know.
I don't think she cares about that shit.
I don't either. But it was just like, it was somebody who's a local, you know.
Yeah,
who
people say anything.
Used to be a local artist, I guess. And it was a comment that was said. And I just read it and I was like, I'm sure she's not thinking about a label. You know what I mean? And I hate.
They just signed a deal with Rock Nation.
Huh?
They just signed a deal with Rock Nation.
There you go.
But I mean, like, they was good anyway. Cause I mean, like I said, like they did that shit. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
out of the blue. Ain't nobody think that song was gonna blow. Ain't nobody think that. Come on. Ain't nobody think that Fat Joe and the Spoilies was gonna make a hit record again. Nobody did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Even
so
though
like,
Fat Joe is not Fat Joe anymore, he done slimmed the hell down. But you know, but I mean, look at okay, Jim Jones.
right.
Like all the ones from like the 90s and early 2000s.
I don't know about them.
But all of them are like kind of, and it kind of like makes me happy because I can't deal with the music that's being played now. I can't. It's not my thing. I can't.
Nah, I feel you.
You know, so it makes me feel good. And like I said, Remy Ma, like I always liked Remy. You know, back in the day, I liked her. Like I like music.
Right.
So like I liked her. I like Foxy Brown.
Right.
I've never really liked Nicki Minaj.
Right.
Never. She's never been one of, you know, never. Like,
well,
even with Nicki,
I have like this, so I'm not gonna say
right.
like I didn't.
But even with
I still do. I mean, well, I don't know. She ain't put out like new music.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the verse where she was going at Remy, and that's what like, see, like since we on the subject, now I can say what I want to say because I'm not typing that shit. No, cause like a lot of people was going. Oh, that's some. A lot of people. My shit dead as a bitch, so I don't even know what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
What happened?
Billy's at the door.
Oh, wow.
Can you go get the door, Jared? Go unlock it.
Nah, but
It's all three. It's all three locks: top, middle, and bottom. But yeah, go ahead.
Nah, but a lot of people was talking about, you know, Remy was trying to get a come up and all this shit and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, it was a fucking response. So how is she trying to get a come up off her response?
Right. And
somebody came at her and she responded.
How?
Just because she let out a whole bunch of shit. That's what you're supposed to do when you gunning at somebody. Like, I don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? People just be saying any motherfucking thing.
Well, it's like, and it's like, how is it a you know, like you said, it was a response, and how's it a come up when? I mean, she already making a name for herself.
I know she on the
What's up, Mr. Billy Lyve? Come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Have a seat. Have a seat, sir. I had to fill some time in with Mr. Big Steve right here. What's up, Fox?
Yeah, I'm just a filler, yo. I'm no fucking body.
Oh, go ahead. We were just talking about, turn that around. I don't know, just fix that somehow. It's on somehow, or I don't know. I have technical difficulties with everything.
Are you live too?
Yeah, that's YouTube.
Oh.
That's YouTube, stream on YouTube. But, I was talking about the whole, like, I don't really follow stuff like Remy Ma and stuff, but the Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj, and I told him that, oh, here we go, shh. Yo, every time. I can't wait till I get into the new room. Because we got a door in the new room. They be rude as shit. That's his artist. So, anyway. And it was a comment that was made about Remy Ma saying that, do you really think any labels are really looking at her? And my thing was, my question to Steve was, do you really think that in this day and age that Remy Ma is, like, really worried about labels looking at her? Like, I would rather, me personally, I would rather be independent.
She's not worried about it.
Right.
I don't really think anybody's. The only people that worry about labels are the ones that are already in their contracts and, you know,
right.
have to deal with the labels.
Right. So, I mean, that was my whole thing. But, yeah, so, you know, Steve filled in for, you know, a little while here talking. Like, I already did 2 damn interviews with his ass.
Oh, yeah?
It was supposed to be Steve. The first one was Steve. The second was Bodymore Record. It was Bodymore Records.
BR game.
BR game.
You know how that goes. Right?
It was what, you, Biggs?
No, it wasn't. It was me and Murdoch.
Biggs was here? No, that's right. Biggs wasn't here.
He was at mine.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm about to punch all of them in the throat. Yeah.
Why are you punching me in the throat?
Because that's how we do. You know how it goes. So, yeah. So, like I said, we got Mr. Billy Lyve. This is Wisdom Court's own. As you see, I got my Wisdom Court shirt on.
Yeah, I'm about to get that in a second.
Yeah, I had to put my you know, I like try to collect some shirts. I got a Bodymore Records shirt. I got 2 Wisdom Court shirts. Actually, the first one was my red one with the sleep when I'm dead. Sleep.
That,
yeah, part 2.
I got a Bodymore hoodie. The VR joint.
Yeah.
It was shining.
That's the thing. That's the trademark.
Right. Right.
People like to go in the club and see it sparkle.
Do you believe I gotta spend like 3 days with this I gotta spend like 3 days with him. No, it's not. He might not come back from this trip at all.
It's the first time I've seen him in a minute.
Oh yeah, my son?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got back from Pennsylvania.
Got style and everything. Good hair in his face. Is that?
I think he's grown. But like I was saying, when I came on, you can't stay for the full time, which I understand because you do have an event tonight out of the vanity room.
We got a good 40 minutes meeting, so we got all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah. Because you got people that's gonna hold you down, whether they like it or not, they gonna hold you down. So you know that's how he runs his shit.
What up, Trees? What up, Dragon? Cliffstar?
Right.
Ain't get a bank.
There's a lot of them. So I'm gonna tell my story that I always tell, which is funny. I was at the Black Hole Club one night. Remember Black Hole Club? All the way out Dundalk. I was there. This guy was there. He was putting these CDs and stuff on the bar and passing them out. And I pick it up, and he was standing there. I was like, "This you?" He said, "Yeah." "How you doing?" The shirt. I was like, "This you?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, okay." Didn't think nothing of it. Kept it, see, it was collecting CDs. Little did I know years later that dude that I met at Black Hole was Billy Lyve. I don't even know how we met on, actually, it was at a show, of course.
Besides that day, that was when I was scared to talk to people. I was I'll go and drop a CD and I'll kind of walk away.
Yeah, because
I was laying them on the table because I didn't want to walk
in. Because when I asked him, I said, "This you?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, I was like, "Oh, okay." And I'm new on the scene. It was 2008, 2009.
She was new. I was super new.
You know what I mean? So it was I wasn't even born on paparazzi yet. I was just Lisa. Everybody thought I was Yo's mother. You know what I mean? So, I was Bomb's #1 fan, all that stuff. So years later, met Billy and everything. He came to him and Sam came to Cashmere's 16th birthday party.
No, there was stuff before that.
Yeah, but you really came to that. You came to that. You came to that, and it started late, of course, because you know how everything starts in Baltimore. Everything starts late, and I was like, okay. So, he asked me about being a part of Wisdom Court. I'm really about being an individual. I don't want to be tied to any one person, because if I get tied to one, you're not gonna get me. So you might as well just get yourself.
I'm trying to work it out.
But
I swear, he just like me, yo.
Right.
And shit.
But I'm about being an individual, because if I get tied to if I'm just with Bodymore Records, then if you beefing with Billy, then I gotta beef with Billy, but I'm friends with Billy. If these motherfuckers don't stop texting my phone.
I don't beef with nobody.
But you know what I mean? I don't like that. I want to be able to maneuver everywhere and not have issues. If you got a problem with this person, I don't have a problem with that person. That's between y'all. Don't bring me into it. That's all.
Are they supposed to beef other people?
I don't know. In Baltimore City,
I never had a problem with nobody.
that's because you laugh at motherfuckers all the time.
Nobody ever came at me. Not saying that they should now, but I'm just saying. Nobody ever came
But there's
at
no
me.
reason. Just like with Billy, this man, and when we did the J McGraw, when I did the J Money Hackett interview, Billy's like, "Stop talking about me so much." But Billy has been an intricate part of J Money Hackett coming into who he is.
I've been a part of everybody.
Right. Just and that's how I feel too. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for you throwing the shows at Sonar, the first promoter and I say promoter like this because you're so much more than just that promoter.
True.
It's more than just that one hat. So, first one to do the shows at Sonar like that, 2-room shows, which I fucking hated. Because I had to move from this room to this room to this room to this room all fucking night.
Some of them, right? The 2 rooms? Where?
I'm surprised because you've been in just about a lot of shit with Wisdom Court.
Yeah.
Right, well...
Did you come on after Sonar?
No, I mean, I was at a couple of your shows at Sonar, but you never booked me. The first time you booked me was Club Reality.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about you.
I wasn't sure about you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
So you saw me on MTV. So.
But, that's why, we're going to have another interview because it's just too much to fucking talk about for real.
I'm trying to get this whole shit.
It's too much to talk about for real. And, the show, like I said, the show's at Sonar, and then was a Club Reality, and it's like Club Reality.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
If you don't get the hell out my,
I'm in the building. We got show left.
I don't like him. We fight every Saturday. But then I talked to me and Billy used to talk on the phone. He'd call me up and we just be talking about all kinds of shit. After a show, he'd be like, "So what you think about the show?" And I'd be like, "Oh, it was a good show." He's like, "Yeah, but I'm thinking that this could have been this, and it was a good show." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm just waking the fuck up because Billy gets up at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work, and I'm like, yo, it's too fucking early for this. But one thing that I told him that I really like is whenever he has a show at Soundstage, like we were just at the Frozen Harbor Festival, which Scar Akbar called the Winter Woodstock, which is I think is a good analogy. And what he does is when he does these shows is he brings other artists to perform as well. Not just somebody who's on a song with him, but an artist like Division. They did a song. You know what I mean? Back at Ram's Head, done shows at Ram's Head. Voice, you know, she did a song or whatever. Like, you always bring other artists that are with, you know, a part of you or whatever. And that's what, like Steve, like I told Steve the same thing. He's always going on, he's making this tour. He's like, who wants to go with me? You know, come with me. And, you know, I think some of these artists have lost that in the city.
Me and Steve are a lot alike with how we, you know, like reach out to people, whatever, and offer help. It's really just out of love. You know what I'm saying? When you get put in certain opportunities, if you're greedy and you keep it all to yourself, then it's like people ain't gonna support you. But but sometimes when you show too much love, and he knows this for a fact, they'll stop supporting you. Anyway,
Right.
So it's kind of like give and take, but it's, you know, this whole thing's a risk.
Right. Wisdom Court always wasn't Wisdom Court. It was the UREC crew. That was before my time.
Sorry, even before that.
Right. Well, I know that part of the history, but you've been doing music for how long?
Like professionally, I would say maybe like 2000. I put out CDs in like 2001, but I would say professionally when I started like doing shows and things like that, it wasn't until like 2008, 2009. Sorry, it's been a minute now.
Right.
Like, I haven't been on as long as some people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But you've made a name. You've made a pretty good name for yourself because, like you said, you made your way to be able to do shows at Soundstage.
Mm-hmm.
At one time, you were actually putting shows together at Soundstage, which not many artists can do. But that also, I think that stemmed from your promoting job that you were doing, passing out flyers for, you know, Soundstage and with the Fillmore.
Fillmore, Soundstage, Rams Head, everything.
Yeah. So you got your foot in the door on that platform. Like it's always it's a chess game, you know.
You gotta put in work. Everybody like wants their hands out and I want to open for this person. I want to do this. I want to do that. But they don't do nothing but sit home and watch this on live.
Right.
Yeah.
If that.
I can't tell. It's kind of far away. Yo,
Yeah.
Can you throw that phone to me up?
I think it's like how many people's up there?
I don't know, a lot.
He wants the phone. Hand him the phone. That's why you shouldn't have it way over there. Just put it right there so you can see people when they start talking to you. But something that I ask almost every musical guest that I have. When did you realize that you wanted to be a MC? Because I don't want to insult you and call you a rapper.
An MC. I mean, I've been wanting to do this rap. I've been wanting to do everything since I could remember. I've always wanted to do music.
Were you one of those kids at lunchtime beating on the table?
Nah, we was in the back of the bus. Me, Ambush, and all that was beatboxing, and in the back of the bus rapping. You know, the same stories everybody went through. Like I went through the same thing.
I love to hear these. That's why I always ask that story because you'd be amazed at how people. Their faces light up because that's a memory that they have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we was at the lunchroom, we was battling at lunchtime.
Let me run it back. All right, so we started by recording on a little yellow Sony radio on tapes, and we would have two radios for a karaoke machine. We had one radio here that would play the beat, and then another radio that would record the music, and we had to keep doing it until we adjusted the sound perfectly. So like we'll stand here and we'll be rapping like it's a big ass microphone, and then we got the music playing from here, and you know we got to adjust the bass and all that. And so we would put tapes together, and then we would draw the covers with pencil and colored pencils and stuff like that, and then we would cut them out, and we take out somebody else's little cover, and we put our little cover, into it. I mean, we went everything y'all can think of. We did all that.
You know, and that just it's amazing to me how because like I used to make mixtapes. You know, everybody made mixtapes. You know, record. You take your record, put it in front of the radio, and press record, and you know all that stuff. Like everybody used to do it, but like I love to hear those stories. Like how, like what was the first rap song that you can remember that you were like I can do this.
LL Cool J, I'm Bad.
Okay.
Run DMC. I just remember listening to LL like constantly, and then Beastie Boys. You know, all that, you know, early 80s joints.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my brother was always listening to it, so I kind of like got put onto it at a young age. My one brother was breakdancing and playing the drums, so I've been around just hip hop, you know what I'm saying, forever. So.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm a lot older than y'all, so my first. I tell this story all the time. I don't care. Like I'm proud of my age. I look good for being a grandmother of 3.
I don't want to be a grandparent.
You don't want it. No. It's cool if they didn't live with you. And it's cool if you don't have one like Caden. But my first hip hop song that I can remember hearing, Sugar Hill Gang.
Dang.
Yeah, the beginning.
I mean, I remember it.
The beginning. I remember the first time I heard it.
That was like 70, I don't want to age it.
I don't know what it was, but I remember I was sitting there and I heard the song. I think my aunt was playing it. And I was like, what is this? Like, I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, I just loved it. Like, because, you know, I watched Soul Train. And, you know, my parents had me watching American Bandstand, but I wanted to watch Soul Train. It was early on. It was early on.
I used to watch that. They was doing the little Soul Train line dances and stuff. We would always, like, try to do them at parties. I might actually do it. I might do it again soon.
Yeah, I seen that you were talking about having an 80s, 90s party.
Well, that's how I started. Before I started doing like concerts and stuff, we were doing little spots at this bar called Champs. I think you came to one of them before. It's in Catonsville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You was in it, right?
No, I wasn't there, but I was there.
But we would have little 90s and 80s dance parties, and I would have my cousins and them DJ whatever. They play all 90s and all 80s music, and we would like pack the joint out. And it was cool. We made a little $5 off the door. You know what I'm saying? Everything was up. What is it?
You said I look like I'm asleep.
But
That's your
you know, it was chill.
look.
And then right there at the same time, you know, those were kind of slowing down. Is when I got on with Sonar, and then I started doing shows, and I was able to make more money doing shows than I was doing the parties. And I kind of got away from the parties. But in all reality, I wish I didn't fall away from the parties because it was a lot less stressful.
Well, we had a what was that one thing we had at the Talking Head room that what the hell is that music called? The electronic music, whatever, what the hell?
EMD.
Yeah.
EDM.
Yeah, we had that. We had one of those parties it was in the Talking Head room. I remember that. It was that music is something else. Like that was it was a lot of bass. But that's what I'm saying. Like there's the only like I told him, like, we had a conversation. He was like, we need to talk about this on the radio. I'm like, well, you know, we talk about everything anyway. We go from here, there, to everywhere. But you can't just say that Billy Lyve is a musical artist.
Mm-hmm.
Because Billy Lyve is the head of Wisdom Court Entertainment, which is, he's also a promoter. He's, you know, he's whether you realize or not, you're a mentor to those, like I said, J Money. And any other, your son now is rapping.
He is.
Like he's been rapping.
He's rapping really good, actually, better than some of these adults.
Yeah, let me tell you, I'm getting chills thinking about Sky's song. I do it every time. No matter how many times I hear that song, I cry at it every time when he gets on there and he starts rapping.
Right.
You know, but and me being able to see him grow into like when I seen him at Soundstage the other night, I was like, he walked past me, I was like, hey. He was like, hey, he hugged me. So you're getting so big, like you gotta stop growing. You're not
he's like my height, a little bit taller because his hair is big.
Yeah. But you know, so you being, you know, you're wearing all these hats, all these hats, and I know it gets frustrating at times. I mean, you know, we've had conversations about the frustrations of being in charge.
Oh, yeah.
You know, sometimes I know you probably just want to say, you know what, I need a vacation.
Well, I mean, I'm fresh off of a vacation.
Right.
I ain't been doing nothing for like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months. I had to take a break when life hits.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that when life hits, it's kind of hard to be. It's like when you're like the backbone, you're like the strong person or the leader or whatever, and then life hits you, and you got to sit down. You can't run around and do all that stuff.
Right.
Emotionally, you can't do it. So I took a little break. And I came back, and since I've been back, it's just been like, that's why you see me a lot. It's
right.
Like boom, 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 boom. I'm doing like an interview like every other week, different shows, getting booked, through traveling.
Yeah, because
a lot of opportunities.
Y'all went to Y'all went to PA. You did another show. Yeah. You did a show last year in PA. Was it last year or year before?
Yeah, a couple years.
2.5 hour drive.
Yeah. Well, the one I did one on on a Friday.
Yeah.
Which is Lockheed, which was 3 hours. And then I stayed overnight at my man's house.
You should have went to that one, Steve.
I stayed at my man's house, and then we chilled. I think we like recorded a song in the studio. And then before you know it, we had to head over to Milton to do the next show. So it was like a whole weekend full of like just straight hip hop. Both shows were packed.
And another thing,
Steve was there.
I know. I wish I could have been there. Like Tammy Too Much from Knoxville was really, really, really trying to persuade me to call off my interviews and come up there. She's like, just huh?
Could have been on the road.
No.
Yeah, I got Wi-Fi on my phone.
See, Steve got me. Steve got me. It's 7:43.
I would do it.
So, what was I going to say? Wisdom Court, Billy Lyve started out basically out like Westminster, right? Like out.
No, we started out in between Ricerstown and Sykesville. I started doing stuff in Westminster like later because I'm not from Westminster originally.
Yeah.
I started doing that
later. But it wasn't. It's not. It's not in Baltimore City.
No, not at all.
So you kind of started out there, out in the counties, and kind of migrated into the city. Mm-hmm. But now you got people in Pennsylvania and Delaware and I think VA, because the boy that was with the boy was he with J Money? The boy Dubs, he lives in Virginia.
We have a couple people like all over the place. I mean, some of them are they came from here and they kind of like spread out.
Right.
But that's really how we came in. Like when I came into Baltimore, with like 50, 60 people when I was doing shows. They were all coming from the county areas. That was before we had like we didn't really know anybody. Mm-hmm.
And I think that goes and that right there is a reason why a lot of the bigger shows they would continue to book you.
Yeah.
Because I've been at shows that at Soundstage, and you've been like, there's been other artists up in front of you, and there's like hardly anybody in the room, and then when Billy Lyve comes on, or Billy Lyve and Ill Luck, which is the band, all of a sudden you turn around and look, and there's a swarm of people because you've done sold 50 plus tickets. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Sometimes 80 plus.
Right. You've done shows like the MGK show, Machine Gun Kelly show, which when he came on stage, I went to the back because I wasn't getting spit on with water. And
I was scared at that show.
Yo, that was an awesome show. I think you gained some fans that night.
Half of the promoters that we work with now, the majority of them I met from the Hobson show and the MGK show. Right. And they're all still with me to this day. Yeah. A lot of my supporters I met from the MGK show. Yeah. Like I said, like I've gotten to, like I'm glad I've been able to be a part of a lot of the events that have gone on, to be able to watch. And that's the reason why a lot of my guests that come on here, I have history with them, so I can tell like the growth. So I watched you come from being out in the county, coming into the city, and building and building and building, and then now you're going to Pennsylvania and doing shows in Pennsylvania with all day audio. The craziest thing is now I work in the city. I work in Baltimore, and they treat me like they grew up with me. Like I get nothing but love no matter where I go. I've actually never had any issues at all. Right. That was always a concern for a lot of people that come from the county areas. Like, are they gonna respect me?
You from the county.
Honestly, like I've heard, I'm sure people said things, but I've never had I've never had no problems. I don't have problems in the county. I don't have problems in the city. I don't have problems in PA, Virginia.
And that's right. And it's never like we've not like any shows or anything has never been an issue. I mean, if there was an issue, it was very well contained and put. It was never. It was just over here. Mm-hmm. It was never like. You've been to shows where it's been an all-out brawl right in the middle of the floor.
We also like kind of police ourselves,
right?
In a sense, like if I know there's a beef or some kind of drama happening, somebody tells me, I'll go and get in the middle of it myself. Before myself, without even involving security, I'll just bring some guys with me and we'll go deal with it.
Yeah, I think that was something that happened in Fishhead.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, there's been a lot of fights that could have happened if anybody step in. But the main thing is like, it's like the security's there and that's cool. But people, they're going to listen to people that they respect. Right. They don't respect the security. So if you got
you got a
security guy that gets in your face and they're like, right. They're like, get the fuck out or whatever. Or somebody like me or maybe Steve coming up and let me talk to you real quick.
Right.
And even then, sometimes like people would, not necessarily bucked at me, but kind of like being in the heat of the moment to where they're like get off me type shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh.
Yeah, they stop and be like, hold up.
And then we talk, but then I can end. I've ended like several fights. I've stopped security from getting beat up several times. Like several times.
Yeah, because people don't realize that Wisdom Court is a lot bigger than what people actually think. Wisdom Court itself, the entity, the company, you never know who is a part of Wisdom Court. Even I don't even know who's a part. And I've been in meetings and shit, and I'd be like, I don't like it's huge.
You want me to explain that?
Please do.
Okay. Wisdom Court. Originally, it was just a neighborhood thing. It was six or seven of us. Some are locked up, some are dead. But it was 6 or 7 of us. Then we got connected with my man Jay Cam, who's actually Skylar's blood uncle, Jason Campbell, whatever.
Yeah.
From Westminster, and he had his little group already. We kind of merged the groups together. We became a crew called LOS. This was a street crew. This is before we did any music or anything like
right.
that. We was running around being reckless, doing all that dumb reckless shit. Everything, every single thing you can think of, we did. And then from that, we did started into the music thing. And because I already had a street organization, I already had all the people with me. So when I started getting small little shows in like ag centers and little halls and stuff, we're coming there packing in 150 people, 200 people, and they're like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And then, from that, my cousins who forms the UREC crew, all the battles, all them, they've always been with me. But once LOS started kind of like going separate ways, everybody was getting locked up and just things, crews at that age never really like sticks together like that. Once all that started going different ways, the UREC crew came together, and then that's when I started getting the bigger shows and doing all that. So at first it was UREC.
Right.
A lot of people got older. These are my blood relatives, so we're all still together. It's just they don't do music anymore.
Because like when I first, my very first show that I went with you guys was in Virginia.
Okay, yeah, they was all there.
And and that's when I first met. Like I'm walking in, like I don't know anybody. I drove with.
We brought like 60 people to that.
Tim Curry. I drove with Tim Curry and Singleton Newman, and I'm standing there, and everybody's kind of looking at me like, "Who is she?" And I'm just standing. I'm like, I don't know anybody. And I was I was there to take pictures, but like I met Joe. I think was Aaron there that night.
Yep. Aaron, his sister, I think Babe, who we call Tim. They was all there. Right. So,
it's still going. But because it's telling me that it stopped, but it's not. I'm like, okay, it's not stopped. It's still.
But back to pretty much like the reason why it's so many is because it's made up of several different crews.
Right.
Even to this day.
Right.
We keep adding on like PHR, which is Dragon's crew. Division, they have their own crew. J Money has his own people. All Day has their own people. But they're all part of the Wisdom Court Circle. So no matter where I go, I have an organization.
Right, and that's like I said, like, I had been asked, it had been brought up to me. I had heard, things talk like, why is Lisa going over here and doing this, and she's not over here doing this with Wisdom Court? And I was like, because I'm Bono Paparazzi and I cover everything. I come to Wisdom Court events.
And I've always respected that.
Yeah, and that's because we had that understanding right from jump. So it was like what was understood between me and you. It was like not for anybody else to question.
Gotcha.
But people were questioning it, and I was like, And that kind of made me back off even more from doing certain things because I don't like to be questioned or things being said about, because it was nothing. It was
never really. It's never really. Most of the issues that we do have or misunderstandings is never really me, right? Because there's so many different people, so many different opinions and personalities,
and they don't know what's going on.
Sometimes I get hit with. Like, Steve might feel a way about somebody, but they see him with me, then automatically I feel that way. Right. So instead of approaching me and communicating with me about it, they'll just kind of walk off like, yeah, Billy must not like me.
Right, because me and my ex when we split up, him and his guys were still kind of with affiliated with Wisdom Court or whatever. Yeah. So it was like, and you would kind of be like, Lisa, they going to do a show. I'm just giving you a heads up and be like, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna stop them from getting their doing for you getting your money doing shows or whatever. But like I said, I think that's what sets Wisdom Court apart from everything and everybody else in this scene in the city, because I see a lot of people hop from crew to crew to crew to crew, whereas you guys are like, you want to be a part of us, you want to do this, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. We're going to keep on doing this.
Yeah, we're
going to keep moving.
Regardless. When people decide they don't, it's only been a few. I never lost any member until I started opening my arms more, because I always kept it real close.
Right.
I kept it real tight, so we never had that problem. People that left, they just generally just stopped doing music. It wasn't because they left to do other things. But once I was like, you know what, let me be one with the community, and I started letting a whole bunch of people in, then that's when it's like, oh, you ain't doing this for me, and how come we can't get this like you got it? And but it's like some people just don't understand business or understand how to flow with things work. But the people that are still around me, they're look at J Money, look at all that. They're actually now creating their own lanes, their own businesses. They stuck around, they learned, they paid attention. He has things that go on with him that he puts me on now too. Right. You know what I'm saying? Dragon's opening up all kinds of doors and different opportunities for herself. The Tree, she's doing photography. She's got some different things. She's doing like weddings and different things. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. And that's all from them, like, staying down and understanding and taking what they learned and from things that he saw and using that to their own thing. And I support everything that they do, and they have different companies.
So what is like the biggest accomplishment that you've done so far since being an artist, a promoter, anything? What's the biggest thing that you can think of that's the most?
I'll answer as a promoter because I answered as an artist. I think covered last week right on the interview, and I said that was the MGK show because I don't want to do that. But the reason why that I'm gonna speak on that real quick, then I'll tell you about my accomplishment as a promoter. But the reason why that was such a big show is, if you know anything about them and their crowd, they only care about MGK. So to go and do that show and to be able to, you saw it.
Yeah, I was right there.
Be able to control that crowd like that was amazing. I wasn't expecting that at all.
And to be honest, I really wasn't either. Like, I figured it was going to be like most places.
I thought you were going to move, straight up.
Because I'm gonna let you answer about the promoter, and then I'm gonna tell a story about one of the shows where I don't even know what show it was. I just remember the dude behind me, and he about got punched in the face by me.
Joe Button.
And it was the dude like, oh, where's he at? Yeah,
it was Joe Button show.
Yeah. He knows. I wasn't playing. But you said as a promoter, what is your?
As a promoter, like, and just to put this out there, I decided to stop promoting shows. Nobody pushed me out. But as a promoter, was winning the DMV promoter, the DC Maryland original. That was, everybody and their mother was supposedly a better promoter than me at that point.
Right.
I just popped up out of nowhere. I wasn't going to be around. I wasn't going to last. And then I won the Baltimore Crown, and then right after that I won the Baltimore Crown 1 year, and then I won it again, and then I won the DMV one. And then I kept winning the Baltimore Crown one like 2 more years after that. And then I like kind of got tired of promoting shows and shit, and I kind of like pulled myself back.
Right.
I mean, the awards are great. I don't really do anything for an award, but the only reason why I kind of pulled myself out of that running was because I felt like people were too focused on just that title,
right?
And not just as promoters, everything. And I just didn't care about it anymore.
Right.
It was hard.
Yeah,
I was sitting there like, man, I really want to promote this and I really want to try to win and shit. But I was like, you know what? I need to separate myself from it because mentally, it makes me. I can move so much better when I don't have that stress of me trying to, what's the word, get approval from everybody else.
Right. Because like the past couple years, I haven't won the photographer of the year, and this year I wasn't even nominated, which I really didn't do anything. I got a job and I really wasn't doing many shows. My first show that I actually did was Steve's show, and I had to be at Steve's show because Steve has done so much, like supporting me, and, Lisa, you need a ride to the show. You don't have to pay to come to my show. I'll give you take, whereas I have other artists hit me up, be like, I got a show on such and such a day. I'll be like, oh, okay.
Tickets are $10.
Tickets $10. So I'm leaving my camera at home. Because I'm not coming to work if I got to pay too. Like, that's kind of freaking ridiculous.
Right.
If I do, I'm going to probably take 10 pictures of you, if that. $1 each. But, so I wasn't even expecting that, but somebody nominated me, people nominated me for supporter, and I lost out to Brian Hoyt, which I wasn't even mad at because Brian, he will be riding to work, and he will post up my link from my YouTube and be listening as he's going to work. And he's supported Black staff, and he's a supporter, like he does so much stuff. Last year I lost to Ruben Green.
Yeah.
And he's one of my favorite photographers. And I think the year before I lost. My thing is, those other photographers in that group, they're not like me. They don't do what I do. They're photographers. They go do photo shoots with people, with model stuff. I do the hip hop scene. I was the only hip hop photographer.
Who won the promoter last year?
No. I have no clue. I don't remember. Like, it was. Yeah, I don't remember who won. Like, I don't remember who won half the stuff because a lot of those people I didn't even know.
I mean, the game, the
changed.
last 2 years, things changed.
Right.
With the venues changing,
And that's another thing.
Every Vision's on there. What up, bro? But everybody's a promoter now. They changed. Like, we had certain structures that we had set up.
Right.
Me, Taylan, EC.
Right. Even me with my show.
Yeah. But even before that, there was like certain
Right.
structures. So where it's like, no matter what show you went to, you knew you had to, be within that guideline. But now it's so like
it's a free for all.
Wild West. You go to somebody and be like, hey, this is structured. They're like, yeah. So I'm just gonna come and just rap. What?
Well, see, and
obviously
it's like,
you don't know me because I'm not.
And it's like I've talked to promoters, and Lisa, I want you to help me, with my shows because blah blah blah. Okay, well, what you need to do is you need to have each artist sell a certain amount of tickets and give them something off the ticket. Give them like half off the ticket sales. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have them pay me $50, and they get 5 people in for free.
Yeah, it's all kinds of weird shit.
And then everybody after that has to pay. And I'm like, okay, thinking as if I was an artist, I'm gonna pay you $50. Ain't nobody coming, so there's not gonna be nobody in the crowd. Whereas if you make them sell tickets and give them half the ticket sales,
Right.
they feel like they're making some money, so they're gonna bring people. What was the name? Lyricism. My show, what I did with my show was my In the Spotlight showcase show was a stepping stone to be able to do shows with Billy Lyve in Wisdom Court because they had a bigger venue, which was Sonar at the time. So doing a show at 5 Seasons, then you get to do a show at Sonar, and then if you really
it was paparazzi at that point.
Yeah. And then Billy was doing shows at Ram's Head too, or he was, people be able to get people on to do Ram's Head shows. So it was like a stepping stone, so you're achieving something. So that was my mindset of doing my show. Lyricism sold 26 tickets at my event. Lyricism got to do a Ram's Head show a couple times.
I put him on to that.
Right.
Because they asked me who could do it, and I was like, oh, hey.
See,
this dude just did this.
See, and it was like, but
I haven't seen him in a while. Where he at?
He's doing some music. He's on my IG. He's on my IG. But
There was some different types of
yeah, but now you don't have that anymore. And the venues have all changed.
Well, I'm about to change all that. I'm about to bring everything back. Just to put that out there. We
don't have the venues like we had. Like I was just talking about, everybody keeps asking about bringing my show back. So I've talked to Gentleman 10 on Emerson Avenue. And I haven't talked to him prices or anything. And, you know, I'm trying to, you know, his drinks are reasonable. See, I think about the whole big picture. His drinks are reasonable. And, you know, trying to, you know, get that old feeling back as far as you're not performing in a hole in the wall. You're not performing in some place that's tiny.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like Vanity Room, where you're doing your show tonight, it's a nice big space. Just it's inconvenient for a lot of people to get to that spot. You know, it's way out there. But when you don't have any place else to go, where are you supposed to go? So of course Vanity Room is the spot to go to. So I'm trying to figure out a place closer in the city. And like I said, we need to get it back to where there's some kind of structure again.
That's what I'm in, you know, me coming back, I'm in the process of kind of working on that. I got some venues that I'm working with. Are you
trying to get a monopoly going? Is that what you're trying to do?
I don't want to put everything out. I'm into, you know, I work with One Coast. I work with Artist Compound. I work with Bart. I work with just about every single person that's doing whatever. So, you know, we're about to do some things.
See, and that's the way that's what has been needed for a while. You know,
well, everybody kind of just was going for themselves, and that was cool.
And a lot of them do it just for money.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
I'm 50-50. I mean, if I get into it, now, I'm not gonna go and do anything if I'm not gonna
make something.
Now, if I'm going to support something, I'll do that.
Right.
But like, if it's something that I'm putting together and putting work into, if I'm not making something, I'm not gonna do it. But I generally do it for love. Because if I just did it for money, then I wouldn't give other new artists opportunities. I would stick to the people that I know. And
that's the one thing that I did learn from you, because like I learned by watching other people put shows together. Like I watched Prophet when he was throwing shows. I watched the promoters at Black Hole Club that were doing shows. I watched everybody was doing shows at 5 Seasons. I watched how everybody put these shows together, and the one thing that I got from you was have a staff.
Oh yeah.
You have to have a staff, and you have to pay your staff.
I think both of y'all use my staff several times.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's like that. Well, see, and that's my thing. I was paying. The DJ Cliff Star was coming all the way from Westminster to do my show once a month.
Yeah.
And he got and I made sure that he got paid. Even if I walked out there and didn't have any money in my pocket, I made sure Cliff.
I do that to this day.
And Treese had their money.
I pay my people first, and then I get
whatever's left over.
Usually it's good. Sometimes there's times where it's not.
Billy has come up to me and be like, "Lisa, I didn't make that much, but here's a little something."
I get like $13. You know, I try to give everybody something because y'all, you know, a lot of people do a lot of stuff for me. So if something does get made, I'm not just gonna put it in my pocket and just walk away.
Well, see, that's like my February show that I had where I had the bands. I had Jahidi and U was my host.
Yeah, I didn't make that when it was jumping, right?
Oh my God, it was packed in there like it was the Crown Awards, and I made so much money that night that everybody got even more money than what they would usually get, because it was it was a lot more going on. And we had a wonderful time. Like there was so many different age ranges in there. You know, the older people who were older than me was rocking out to little youngins, and they was dancing, and it was just a wonderful. I was like, if every show could be like this, it'd be wonderful.
Well, I'm not gonna put nothing out, but I'm working on a couple. Venues that that people want to get on.
Yeah.
So once I get that once I get those locked in. You know, I'm gonna do a big show, and then show that what we can do, and then from that point, I'm gonna start trying to do either probably like every other month type thing. Because some of the bigger venues, you don't want to overuse it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I get that moving and stuff, we're gonna be right back at it, right back in position.
And that's like I said. Like I mean, when you because like I said, things happen in life, and you kind of like take a little sabbatical, and and it's like you kind of like we had talked about it one time about how taking like time off in the wintertime, that way you're not doing any shows in the wintertime because you never know how the weather's going to be.
I didn't take time off. I died and I came back. Like literally,
he was resurrected.
Died, bled out, and everything, and then I got my blood back, put it back in my arms, and now I'm back at it.
You need to watch my movie.
Yeah. But I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I know, because it's 8 o'clock. You gotta get back out of the vanity room.
Can I get a picture?
Yeah. Get a picture. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a song. We're gonna go on a little break. I don't know what the hell I could play because I was like, I don't have any music from Billy.
You didn't tell me to send you nothing.
I know. Because I knew you was only gonna be here for like an hour. I'm not dumb. I was like, the next time we gonna play, you gonna send me music. Where did I just have this? Oh my God, who is sending me messages?
Can you take a picture?
Okay, I'm gonna play this one. And this is The Craze with Billy Lyve and Calm. I was actually there at the video shoot. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. And this song, like, I love hip hop. And this is hip hop. Emoze on the beat. I was like, who made this beat? She said, Emoze. I should have known. So I'm definitely gonna have you come back.
I'm with it.
Actually, Division, Rel said, well, we should come with Billy. I was like, y'all got a show, like y'all be late as hell anyway. So I'm gonna have Division on here soon. You know,
I might pop in with them and just be in the cut.
Well, you know, I was the first one to give them their first show, and I'm just glad that they've progressed to where they are.
No doubt.
Me and Rel play nice now, so we're back playing nice. I harass him now, so but definitely gonna have you come back. We got so much. There's so much more to talk about. So much. There's so much that this man does that people don't realize. And
we have like a 2 hour joint.
Right. They're switching my time and everything. Like I'm going to be from 6 to 8, starting sometime. I don't know. So we're gonna come back. I don't know if Steve's gonna stay. He's gonna leave. If I'm gonna play music. If I'm gonna end my show and go to hell home and get some sleep. But yeah, this is The Craze. What?
Why your shirt still look fresh?
Huh?
Shirt still look fresh.
Because it stays up in the closet. I bring it out on the porch.
Where you want to say?
So what happened to my shirt, man? What happened to my MIB shirt? I haven't seen it.
I think it's hanging up in my closet. I mean, stand over here, stand. Whatever. Get those shorts out. Yeah, oh God, this one.
Is any?
My shit's about to be good.
I got on live. It was like, yeah.
This is every time.
I think live killing battery though.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know how I'm going to get through the night without my battery.
Ready?
Yeah, I was gonna I look pregnant.
Alright, we got it.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming though. Like I said, I'm supposed to go to another event tonight, but I'm not even going to that. You know I was in the hospital.
Yeah, so
You got me at the door,
yeah. Come through.
He ain't coming through. Don't let him
I'm
He's bluffing, motherfucker.
through like 12 though.
He said 12.
No, I'm a late motherfucker.
You want to look at the studio real quick?
Somebody falling on this one.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'm about to say, how the fuck they get on? I'm about to say, how the fuck they get ODB on here?
You know what?
I said, how they get ODB on here? And then I realized.
Oh, yes, it's just, yeah. Excuse me.
So I can plug my shit now, right? I ain't want to talk in this interview.
Huh?
I was trying my best not to talk in this interview.
I know.
Yeah, I was trying.
Okay, which one is?
That's why Blitz don't like me and his shit.
Because you talk shit?
No, I tell you all that shit, and they don't even want to talk to him. He's like, yo. I'm like, yo.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm back. That, like I said, that was the craze. That was with Billy Lyve and Comp, C-O-M-P. Some of y'all might know Comp from being signed to Def Jam years ago. He was on Def Jam Vendetta. He's living out in LA right now, doing his thing. Definitely gonna have Billy Lyve back when he can stick around. I just appreciate him being able to come through before the event tonight. But yeah, still got Steve here. Steve is like, yeah, Steve like, I'll just fill in, I'll just come. We was talking some other business, and when he came so he could talk some business, and he was like, I'll just stick around.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Cause
I ain't got nowhere to be until about 9:30.
But for those of you that don't know, Steve has a movie that he's doing. Yes, a movie, not a video that looks like a movie, but an actual movie. Yeah. It's about what, a month of your life, or
yeah, it's just a month of my life, but it'll seem like my whole life because that's how dramatic it is.
Right.
But you know how it is.
You know, he just came back from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, shout out to all the females over there.
See, shout out to all the females. Yo, this motherfucker posted up. He posted up this picture of the waitress.
Yeah, she wasn't in Puerto Rican. She's actually from Quebec. Is that how you say that shit? I don't know.
Quebec,
whatever.
Canada.
The fuck, I don't know. Yeah, Canada.
Quebec.
I
was like Cuba. What the?
You know what?
I was thinking Cuba. No, I was thinking Cuba. I was like, in Cuba?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
They got blondes in Cuba?
Man, look.
But
she just living out there right
and
now.
Yeah, and then Sunday I'm flying out with Steve to go to Houston for, was it a radio interview? And
we got a bunch of things going on. Bunch of things, you know.
Yeah, a lot of promoting and promotions, and
everything.
I'm going to be there working, having fun too.
And we in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully I can run into some of the New Orleans
night
watch people.
Night watch. See, I don't know about the night watch. I'm about to say.
I want to run into.
You want to see all the rappers?
I want to. Well, hopefully you can take some pictures of me with some people, because I don't got no pictures of me with no goddamn body but y'all. And that's far and few between. Steve, let me tell you, Steve. We was at a show at Spartan. Was it Spartan Inn? Or Spartan? What the hell that place is? Yeah. Steve was like, "Come here and take a picture with me."
I was like, "What?" Black out and forget that show ever existed. You remember that night? Yeah, that was terrible.
The DJ looked like George Zimmerman. Yes.
That's probably why the sound went up.
Yeah, no, because the place sucked.
Let me stop.
See, it took me a minute to understand what that. I had a blind moment. I used to be blind for many years, but how about? No, baby. This is hard body radio. Anything could happen. But yeah. So I mean, I'm just like people. I get asked a lot of times why I go so hard for certain people, and I think it's a lot of times these people ask me because I'm jealous.
Album.
Huh?
Album. You see them more than me though.
Reading is fundamental. I gotta put my best on for that. Sheesh. That's gonna be the next thing, huh? We're gonna be sheesh.
Of course, go ahead.
If y'all don't know Steve, Big Steve, Bodymore Records, Bodymore Big Steve, I don't know, he's got like 30 aliases. But of course his Facebook page is his actual freaking name.
No, Facebook did that shit to me.
Mm-hmm. Cause they petty. But his main line is, where your mother at?
I mean, you know, I be looking sometimes, you know.
Yeah, but then he get upset when them 70, 80-year-old
I don't get upset. I just leave that shit on. Like, what the fuck kind of party you think this is? Then again, I take that AARP card though.
Hey, there you go. They get all kinds of good discounts.
Goddamn right, man.
Get all kinds of. I'm waiting. Look, I keep getting AARP shit. I'm not old enough to get that shit yet, but I'm getting all the literature. So yeah, I'm gonna.
Discounts and then
Yeah. Hotel discounts.
I know.
Insurance discounts.
I'll see you on your way. Bye bye.
See? You petty as shit, yo. Petty. But, yeah. But people have asked me before, like I said, like I was talking earlier about, had people, like, saying little slick shit. I was hearing it, you know. Why is Lisa doing this, that, and the third? She probably supposed to be part of Wisdom Court.
Yeah.
And, I was a part of Wisdom Court. I was affiliated with them.
Yeah.
But I'm the Baltimore Paparazzi.
Right.
Which I am my own entity, just like you are Bodymore Records.
Right.
But you did shows with Wisdom Court. You know what I mean? You support them, they support you. So it's like a conglomerate.
I know, yeah.
But
people are people, you know.
Yeah.
You can't satisfy everybody. So I stopped trying. I just look for their mothers and tell them shut the fuck up.
Right. So people may not understand. Like, I've had people ask me why I go so hard for pit fights.
Yeah,
This damn door again.
Nah, people is.
But, and that's like I was talking earlier to Greg Bugsy, who's the I'm not sure exactly what his title is here at Hard Body Radio. But
Slick talker.
he sure is. But he's like the president. I think he's the president.
That's what the business card say. It say slick talker.
I think he's the president, and like 3D might be like vice president or something, or vice something. I don't know. Like co-owner or whatnot.
Oh wow.
So
Zach Pacino still a part of it?
yeah, Zach be here sometimes too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he flies in. You know, most time he on Facebook.
Yeah, I ain't seen him in years.
Yeah, he been here a couple weeks ago when I was here. But like I was telling Greg Bugsy, I've gotten to be able to watch you grow. Like, I think I was at your first show. I've gotten to watch you grow as an artist. I've gotten to watch you.
My first show in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. My first show was in Finksburg, Maryland.
Wow.
The weirdest shit I've been like. But you know what? Shout out to Finksburg though. I actually lived out there for like 2 days.
2 days?
Nah, a summer. But yeah, that's when my first show was, and that was in 2006. That was.
But like
it was weird for me.
But like I was telling him, like, you supported me by, like I said earlier, like, Lisa, you need a ride. You know, like nobody else was doing that. Nobody else asked me, like, they asked me if I'm coming to